Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this topic I wanted to come on here and have a conversation with you guys about the narcissist, repellent, and why you won't hear from them. Why you won't hear from them, the narcissist, repellent, why certain family members, friends, or spouses from your past, why do they stay away, or why does it seem as if these people keep attracting, bad karma of things that they might have done to you. Or a lot of times you will run across these narcissists and you'll wonder to yourself, why is it that certain narcissists don't pay me any mind, and certain narcissists, automatically, they're testing me, automatically they're messing with me, they're talking to me, they're saying little things to me, they're preying upon you because they can't tap into your frequency. So if they can't tap into your frequency, then, they're forcing themselves into your frequency. And a lot of times they'll say things disguised as a joke, and when your frequency attacks them back, they find it humorous. When you don't even feed into their frequency and their vibration, when you don't even feed into it, it's a ripple effect. And the ripple effect will come back to them right away. They'll feel it. It will sting. It will hurt. It will hurt. It will feel as if they're not important, like they're not important in this little movie script that they've created in their mind. So it's better to repel the narcissist before they even get started. Repel them, keep them away from you as if they were a virus. The universe will give you this message, a hidden message, and you'll think to yourself, this reminds me of this person. Does that have something to do with this? Is there a connection between all of this that's going on? Are these numbers adding up to something else? Am I getting a hidden message? Because it seems like, this person might have been talking about me, because now they're going through something that I went through. And, I could tell that by their vibration, their aura, their energy, that they were viewing me a certain way. And the way they viewed me was not what I expressed and what I've said or who I am at all. A lot of times when you became acknowledgeable of the fact that you're a narcissist repellent, that you don't get fuel from the narcissist, you're only being served as fuel for them. Once you realize that, you will almost be able to read the narcissist's mind. When they're ready to attack you. You start to read their mind, and you feel like you actually know more now than you did when you thought you were close to them. You feel like, wow, I never really knew this person. I feel like now we're rebuilding our relationship or our friendship again. I'm getting to know them all over again. And you can get a soulmate feeling, but in reality, it's just your narcissist repellent telling you this is what they're thinking. And a lot of times, if their motives and are ill, meaning that they're motivated by doing evil to you, then you know that this person shouldn't even be in your space, even breathing the air that you breathe. Another thing that will happen once you became a narcissist repellent is that when the narcissist displays emotion, fake empathy, and they're trying to make you feel sorry for their victimhood, you'll feel like you're being a little bit cold. And you're like, this, I usually have empathy, but I don't know why I don't have empathy now. Like, and it's not that you don't have it, you just don't have it for them. And your inner voice, your spirit, your frequency will tell you, you don't feel sorry for this person because they're cheating on you. They're playing you. They're crying over the other person. You know, they're trying to make you have empathy for them, but they're going through their karma because they didn't appreciate you when you were trying to help them. And here they are still expecting you to be forgiving, so that repellent will come out, and now the narcissist goes through bad karma, and they know it's because of you. Once you leave the narcissist, your senses will start to make sense. You will finally trust your intuition, meaning that you will put yourself in situations where the vibrations of the room, the vibrations of people will put you, in the position of self-defense, where you're knowing that you can't all the way give yourself into this person. So you will feel the pressure of just being around them. You can feel that they're scheming. You can feel their anxiety. You can feel their anger, their rage, everything, every emotion, sneakiness. You can feel what they're going to do sometimes even before they do it. So, your repellent will be up with these type of people. But while you're dealing with the narcissist, you're feeling pressure all the time, anxiety all the time. And that's because you're in the eyes, you're standing in front of the eyes of a predator. And what happens is that the narcissist sees all the fuel that they can get. They're like, I can really feed off of this person. They have enough fuel to last me for a very long time. Because when it comes to narcissists, they repeat the same cycles because they need to feed. They need to eat. They don't need to necessarily overindulge, even though the narcissist likes to overindulge. But they still need periods of times like any other human being, animal, to feed. There's a cycle, like certain animals feed at night, certain animals feed, and hibernate, so the narcissist needs to be fed. And they pick the perfect supply by frequency, by the tone of your voice, by the way you talk, by eye contact. You're thinking to yourself, this person doesn't even know me like that, but they're saying all the right things. They're doing all the right things. And that's because they're going off of your actions, your body movement, your energy. They're going off of your frequency. So a lot of times when you meet them, you might be physically doing well, but your frequency isn't where it needs to be, or your frequency has came to like a point where you're not growing. It comes to a point where it's slowed down. You're not growing spiritually, mentally. So there comes a point in time where you're being misdirected. Your frequency is being misdirected, and you've kind of drifted away a little bit. You're doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. And that's where the narcissist sees you. Like it's like undersea, they see you and they're like, you're not even supposed to be on this side of the ocean. Their frequency is telling them, kill this being, attack this person. They're not supposed to be here. So you're trying to swim away, but now they're coming for you because they're predators. So they're preying on you. They're going based off of sound. You're showing them sadness. You're showing them emotions. You're showing them these things. Their frequency is saying attack because they don't feel what you feel. They don't empathize with you. So when I speak about the narcissist repellent and why they won't come back, is not only because you're going through this bad karma. But now when you wake up and you start to realize the bad karma, they're expecting you to physically fight them, physically do something to them. And this is where they become physically abusive, financially abusive, because they're like, you're going to do something to me because you have woken up to the fact that I've been taking energy from you. And because I've been taking energy from you, you've been going through a tough time, right? I've been slowly killing you. I've been slowly sucking at your energy. I've been leeching off of you, right? And every time you told me, hey, you're almost killing me, they're shaking their head like, no, I'm not. You're okay. You can take it, right? So when you've wakened up, now your energy, your aura, your frequency, actually, even if you're in rage, it's okay that you're in rage or in disbelief because your frequency goes up and now you're in deep rage. You're in deep rage, meaning that it's okay, but then you have to understand that deep rage of your awakening to what they've been doing to you can also hurt you. You can hurt, yourself trying to hurt them because your mind will go to places that it's never been. You'll be filled with the type of anger that you've never felt before. So you're going to be at a high frequency, high alert. You won't trust people. You'll feel very, offended by certain things that people do or say. Very emotional. You'll cry a lot, very sensitive to words, sensitive to pictures, meaning that you're sensitive to even what you watch. You might not watch TV anymore. You might not watch things of low frequencies because it's affecting your energy. So what will happen is that because these frequencies around you now are interfering like static and you're waking up, because now you have a high frequency, even though it's being misdirected because you're full of rage. At the same time, now the world seems different. Now you're realizing the predators that are preying on you subconsciously, meaning the people around you, things that you watch, things that you see on the street, places that you go. You realize that everywhere you go, there's a frequency there, even when you're standing in one place. And you can be standing in the wrong place where there's a frequency that needs to feed off of that, based off of that location where you're at, and it needs to feed off. And there's always something that happens around that time, So you'll realize that you'll come into a supernatural world where now, narcissists are actually, they disgust you. You're appalled by them. The narcissist repellent, you became a narcissist repellent, meaning that you're trying to repel. You're in the process of repelling something that causes you disgust or distaste. And it's this particular thing. You have to repel this particular thing, right? Like, I know you guys probably heard of certain repellents that you can put on the wall for, insects, bugs, mice. And it's supposed to send out a frequency that you don't hear anything to the ear. You, as a human being, you don't hear anything, but there's a frequency going out based off of what you just plugged in that's annoying these pests to where they can't be around you for too long. So you've became a narcissist repellent, meaning that narcissists actually cannot be around you for too long, or they expose themselves, or they'll try to come around you because it's like, oh, I want to be here. I want to be in your home. I'm a parasite. I want to feed off of your house, off of your wood. I'm a whole insect out here trying to eat people out. Empaths. That's who I'm preying on. But now that you've woken up, now they're looking at you like another predator because you know what the signs to look for. And because of this, you've become a narcissist repellent, meaning that they won't want to feed off of you, at least not directly. So they have to do it indirectly through others, through flying monkeys. When they're feeding off of other people, they don't want you to say anything. They can tell that you're awake enough. And because of this, they'll even want you to join their team. And it's only to get you close, just not too close to where you can hurt them. Because at the end of the day, you are a narcissist repellent, meaning that they can't be around you for too long because they start reaping bad karma. So we all technically understand the concept of the narcissist, getting their karma, then passing it on to us. But there also comes a point in time that you learn information, but you have this stronghold with the narcissist that keeps you from leaving. They're forcing you to stay, or they're trauma bonding you. So around that period of time, the narcissist will start to go through karma, and you'll have a narcissist repellent on you while watching them go through certain scenarios. So just like, when you weren't aware of this, they were feeding off of you and you were getting all this bad karma. Once you've come into your body and you realize, okay, who you are, what your mission is, and you realize your superpowers, and you realize that, you have to protect your home, your spirit as a person, and you realize that there's frequencies everywhere, even, it could be your neighbor, it could be anyone. So when they start to experience, enough karma where it's accumulating and they're seeing that there's nothing you can do to help them, they're angry at you. Any little thing is ticking them off, and there's many and plenty of things that they're hiding from you. So they're thinking of how to ditch you because you're questioning things that they know they keep lying about, to the point where now they're being forced to tell the truth, but they still don't want to. Once you realize this energy will be attracted to you, but it can't stay around for too long, meaning that these gang stalkers will come into your life. They'll do things and then they'll disappear. They'll scatter around like roaches. So you've became a narcissist repellent. You'll come around certain people. A lot of times most people will be attracted to you, but there's always greater narcissists who they can smell you from a mile away and they won't like you automatically. Something in their blood and their nature is very predatorial, and it wants nothing to do with you. And you'll know it. You'll see it in their eyes. You'll see it in their body language. And a lot of them will test you out just to, and the way they test you out, it's simply by words. They send out frequencies of words. So they'll say a joke, or they'll say something mean and see how you react to it. And a lot of times they're not expecting you to shoot out energy right back to them, frequencies, whatever bad frequency they're sending you, they're not expecting you to send the frequency back. So to them, it's like it becomes almost amusing, but they can't mess with you anymore. So when they can't mess with you, what they do is that they send other people, an army of people, to come and get you. And, being that you are a shield and you are protected, as long as you believe that you're protected, they can't get to you, but the only way they can get to you is if you give them access, if you open your house up, if you open up your mouth, if you share too much, if you insist too much, if you come around too much, if you're reaching out to them, telling them that you miss them, that you wish things were different, that they hurt you because they did the A, B, and C. So if you're opening up your house and you're taking that repellent away, and you know that this termite is eating your house, it's eating your spirit, and it's manifesting physically, then you won't. It's going to be really, really hard to get rid of it, and you'll let this frequency defeat you, and you'll be sitting in that house getting eaten up, alive. So the narcissist repellent is very important, because a lot of times your energy, you're losing energy, you're tired, all type of things are manifesting, and you're not willing to let go. You're not willing to let go, and a lot of times, you go out into the world and people want to force their beliefs on you. They'll even ask you little things like, hey, you look sad, or hey, you look like you have a lot going through your mind. They'll say things because they can't figure you out. Every time they think they have you figured out, they don't have you figured out, and they want to continue to get close to you, even if it's hurting them. So when the narcissist moves on with a new supply, you're getting the bad karma while they're with this person, and if that person's going through bad karma, the narcissist is trying to violate you and exploit you to help that other person. Because they're like, my new supply is getting karma. You still don't know what's happening. Let me exploit you and act like I'm saving the day over here. And when this person finally lets me into their frequency completely, this is why they stay in these relationships with new supplies, for 6 months, a year, sometimes, before exposing themselves even. Because they're not tapped into that person's frequency. They have not become one with that person. And when they leave you and they don't give you closure, they still aren't one all the way. And they know that, because you have not gave them closure. You have not gave them closure on what they did to you, meaning that karma's coming back. That karma is coming back, and it has nothing to do with you. That karma is ready to feed off of them again. It's coming back around. It's bouncing out and coming back around like a boomerang effect. And the narcissist knows that. The narcissist feels like, hey, with or without what I did to you, I was going to get karma anyway. They just don't know how it's coming, and when it comes in the worst way, then they come back searching for you. Now they want, to tap into your frequency, because they know that by the time that they, from the last time that they left you, you've probably gave yourself closure, because you're such a strong person and you have such a high frequency that they knew eventually you were going to fill your cup back up. They just don't know how full your cup is. So they heat check you, so they breadcrumb you, so they send you even gifts. They cry even. Anything to come and tap into your frequency. But there comes a point in time where they know that they couldn't break you, even when they tried to break you, that when they tried to break you, they could see the strength in your eyes. They knew you were going to get past this, even if it would take time. So to them, it's like the energy, the static, them not being able to come into your dreams anymore, them not being able to do certain things, like send out messages through that frequency so that you can call them. A lot of times when you reached out to them, you thought to yourself, well, they do this to me all the time. They act crazy all the time when they want to reach me. So I should be able to do the same. That frequency didn't come from you. It came from them. So when you're reaching out to them, you're reaching out to them because of the spells they have casted over you. Because they've used your own magic against you. Literally. They're giving you your own rope so you can hang yourself. Because they can't do anything anymore besides lurk around, watching, praying that you destroy yourself. You know, talking about the past. And even when they talk about the past and they laugh about it with others, you have that narcissist repellent to the point where they get their karma just for talking about you. Because a lot of times you hear about narcissists, they're just yapping their mouth about the past. You don't think they're getting karma just for talking about things that they did to you? You don't think the frequency of the universe is listening to them? They're like, oh, you haven't had enough yet? I just kicked you, slam dunked you, threw you overboard, ran you over, drowned you, spinned you around, threw you in the air, tossed you around in dirt, put you in a casket. You want some more? You're still talking? But you're still talking, though. You're still talking. Narcissist. Repellent is what you become to these people. And these narcissists will sit there and try to gaslight you by even trying to make it seem like you're mean or you're going through something just because they're trying to get their way. They want to get their way so bad that they're willing to make themselves look like they're the empaths. They're willing to act like they're the ones who are rational. They're trying to make it work for their family. Something's wrong with you. How many women fight for their family? These people will play games just to make you look bad, just to have a story to tell. And every time they move on to their next source of supply and they run these fake stories to these people, they keep getting slapped around by that frequency. So when you see these people move on, they're not talking to you, you think they got away with stuff. No. When they did what they did to you, they fed off of you. Meaning that when time passes, and sometimes you might even think to yourself, this is the month that they did this for me. This is the month that I went through this with them. This is the month where they didn't celebrate me. It's a holiday. I hate the holidays because the narcissist made it impossible for me. Now when you're thinking about them and the things that they did and those bad memories you have based off of those days, because that frequency was going on over and over again, and now it's not there and you're forgiving, they're thinking, y'all remember I ruined holidays for everyone. But then holidays come around and they're scared. They're like, I'm not leaving the house. Bring me some food. I can't go nowhere. I ruined this day for a lot of people. That narcissist repellent is no joke. So keep spraying these people with the truth. Don't let these people make you tap out of your own frequency. Don't feed into what they keep saying, what they believe, and their words to bring you down to even argue with them. Because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they're real, like Like, oh, I'm still alive. Don't give them that much energy, you guys. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace in your healing. I hope that, this message was helpful, And if you guys want to book a session with me, my booking information is on the description. You guys just please give me 24 hours to respond to you. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe if you're new, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.